5:30 a mile pace. That is how I will reach into the running shoe rotation for the Adizero Pro. And who is it best for? Let's do this. Adidas Adizero Pro first impressions in the studio. Oh man, I just gotta say, finally, Adidas has a carbon fiber plate marathon racing shoe to put into the mix. And speaking of the mix, before we dive in, we got the Skechers Speed Elite Hyper. All of the first impressions and or full reviews for these shoes I'm about to show you are down below in the description, just so you know. The Asics Meta Racer, and yes, the Nike Alpha Fly Next Percent. But I also made a marathon racing shoe early 2020 vlog about 3 or 4 months ago. I also included the Adidas Boston 9 in that mix if you're looking for a really affordable marathon racing shoe in 2020 that does not have a carbon fiber plate, but the Adidas Adizero Pro definitely does. All right, let's dive into it. Here we go, some specs first before I talk to you about how the shoe performed on my first impression run today, not my full review. Let's do this. 10 millimeter drop, 32 millimeter stack height in the heel, 22 millimeter stack height in the forefoot for that 10 millimeter slope inside the shoe. For women's size 8, we're looking at 7.7 ounces or 218 grams. Men's size 9, we're looking at 8.3 ounces or 235 grams. And here we go, my gut reaction. All right, here we go. My size 7.5, men's US, 7.4 ounces in my size, 7.4 ounces or 212 grams for the Adidas Adizero Pro. And onto that upper of the Adizero Pro, they're calling it a Celer C-E-L-E-R mesh, C-E-L-E-R mesh, a single layer mesh. I gotta say, I think they nailed it. First impression run, very, very comfortable, locked down over the midfoot, incredibly breathable. Like, I am beyond excited for the design of the upper, and even, well, okay, so here's the heel counter. Not much, it's pretty flexible heel counter. The collar of the shoe, the heel counter, I need to keep testing. I felt pretty locked in, but again, I'll keep testing to 50 miles. But I gotta say, the toe box, so breathable. I can see the shoe doing really well in hot conditions or humid conditions. And, oh yeah, a semi-gusseted tongue. There it is on your screen. Actually, wait a second. Okay, they tricked me. One side of the tongue is a fully gusseted tongue. The other side, the medial side, is semi-gusseted, I believe. Yeah, there it is. It is semi-gusseted. All I gotta say, midfoot lockdown, unbelievable. Like, really, really comfortable. And on today's first impression run, I did wear some thinner socks. The Steigen company that has sent me some socks recently, there it is on your screen. They're a little slicker, I'm gonna say, but again, for hotter temperatures in the summertime, I'm really enjoying those really thin socks. So I'm gonna test this shoe out with some socks that are a little more grippy, a little more friction inside the shoe, just to make sure I'm really locked down. And onto that midsole, the heart of the shoe. So in the heel heel, we're looking at Boost, all right? If you're a fan of Boost, it's right there through the heel. And I gotta say, like the durometer test, I don't have a durometer machine yet, but here you go, or device I should say, but just the thumb test, you know, it's got some decent give to it. So especially if you really, you know, if you're a heel striker, I could see this doing pretty well as far as, you know, protecting your legs a little bit early on in a marathon race. And then the rest of the midsole is this light strike, what Adidas is, I think, moving in the right direction for, because I haven't been a big fan of the Ultra Boost lineup, but the combo of Boost in the heel and then the rest light strike, I like that a lot. And then between that light strike and the sock liner inside the shoe is the carbon fiber plate, what they're calling the Carbitex. There it is on your screen. How they come up with these names, I do not know. But that carbon fiber plate is sandwiched in between that light strike and sock liner inside the shoe. I haven't seen a picture of the carbon fiber plate. I'm always intrigued to think about, okay, what does it actually look like inside? Who knows? Maybe we'll figure out at some point here on the vlog. Okay, moving on to that outsole. So we're looking at Continental rubber through the forefoot. Maybe it's a little too much. 7.4 ounces. We'll come back to the weight in a second. I just am like, all right, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but I'm just always thinking, how often are you racing on pavement that is slick because of the rain? And I'm probably just spoiled. If you live in a really rainy place in the world, maybe let us know down in the comments. Like, do you ever feel out of control on slick pavement when you're doing a time trial or a workout or even a race? I just feel like there's a little too much emphasis on marathon racing shoes and the grip that you're getting. I don't know. I've just never been in that. Maybe we just don't get enough rain here in Colorado. All right, that's enough of the rant there. Okay, moving on. And then this Adiwear, what they're calling the Adiwear heel, which just gives a little more protection through the heel there. Again, if you are a heel striker, there's a little extra Adiwear rubber there through the heel. One last point. It's really interesting to help protect the exposed Boost midsole through this heel. I'm going to call them like little nubs. I don't know what else to say. Little nubs of rubber just there through the heel. You can see it right there. And I don't know, like, I think it's an interest, again, as far as grip goes, if you're really intrigued by grip, those might help, but definitely a very unique outsole pattern in the Adidas Adizero Pro. I didn't feel like I was going to slip away at all today going through the streets of Denver. For the fit and the comfort, I went true to size, and I think we're spot on. Now, I will say, the toe box felt snug, which I'm okay with for a racing shoe, but halfway through the run today, I did have to stop and relace, and I usually have to do that for first runs. You know, you just kind of figure out how that lockdown is going to work for each individual shoe. Comfort of the upper, unbelievable. It was nice. It was really nice. Comfort of the midsole, I gotta keep testing. I'm gonna say if I had to put a number on it right now, I'd go like 5.5, 6 out of 10. It was, I think the combo of the light strike and then the plate in there, like it felt a little more firm, I'm gonna say. And I need to take the shoe, actually let's do this test. That's got actually some decent give to it. But I need to do a faster paced run. We're talking like 6 minutes a mile and just see really how snappy that light strike midsole is gonna be. But I'm gonna say this is not gonna go in the soft category of the marathon racing shoe matrix. Positives and drawbacks, you all know the positive. It's the upper, it's the lockdown. The toe off also felt decent, okay? I just wanna mention that as one other positive. The toe off felt good. But the drawback is, sadly, the weight of the shoe. 7.4, and I cannot resist. Here it is, the Adidas SL20. Love, love, love this shoe. I think I'm putting this shoe more in, let's say, like the 10K half marathon category. I think this shoe, the SL20, is lighter. Let's just see right now, 7.4 versus 7.2, just a little bit. Interesting. Very similar shoes. I guess there's no boost in the heel here in the SL20. I really love the SL20. Again, first impression, and I think full review, I think first impression is down below in the description for that one. So that's my drawback. The Adidas Adizero Pro is just a little heavy. For my durability prediction, I'm gonna say 200 to 250 miles as far as getting that full benefit out of the midsole performance. So 200 to 250 for that. Now, moving on to how will I use this shoe moving forward? Who is it best for? I'm gonna say there's better marathon racing shoes options out there, okay? Therefore, I will use this shoe for, let's say, like threshold runs, okay? Maybe even tempo days, but let's, going upwards of sub 6 minute pace, 5:30 a mile pace. That is how I will reach into the running shoe rotation for the Adizero Pro. And who is it best for? I'm gonna say, if you like a lower stack height, slightly lower stack height in your marathon racing shoe options, but also you just enjoy you appreciate, and your feet are not designed, but they're strong enough for a really solid toe off, versus the Nike Alphafly Next Percent, just like two totally different midsole arrangements here. I would say this shoe, you're more in control of the shoe, whereas this shoe, the Alphafly, I'd say the shoe is a little more in control of you. Probably, yes, I'm gonna say helping you out a little more over 26.2 miles. But if you just like a good toe off and you feel strong and confident for 42 kilometers doing that, and your legs and your soleus and your calves are strong enough to do that, then who knows? I think the Adizero Pro could work for you. And moving on to that price and question of the day in 1 second. Price point, $180, okay? Moving up, but it's not over the $200 mark versus a lot of other marathon racing shoes out there. Actually, here we go. I forgot about this guy, the Endorphin Pro. Sorry about that. Forgot to show you guys this one earlier. The Endorphin Pro is $200. This guy's $180. Granted, the Endorphin Pro, I believe, is an ounce lighter. And I would say that would be 6.7 for the Saucony Endorphin Pro. So that's where I'm at, $180. Would I buy again? Undecided, leaning toward I would not. Leaning toward I would not, only because if you're looking for a racing shoe, I would lean in another direction. In fact, hold on. Now you guys got me going here. Asics Meta Racer, 6.07. I did not realize that. Okay, that's impressive. 6.07 versus 7. I thought these were going to be closer versus 7.4. Wow. I would lean toward the Meta Racer over the Adidas Adizero Pro. And again, first impression is down below of this guy because these two shoes have similar stack heights. And yes, both have carbon fiber plates in that midsole. Okay, does that all make sense? I know I'm throwing a lot of shoes at you, but question of the day, what is the most important feature that you look for in a marathon racing shoe? Okay, is it the weight? Is it the drop? Is it the upper? Is it the grip? You can only pick one. If you had to pick one, what would you pick? I bet you can guess mine, but what would you pick? Maybe it's a stack height, okay? Maybe it's the innovation. For example, obviously the Alphafly has a ton of innovation going on in that one. That's the question of the day. Thanks for being here. We're not done yet. Actually, we're going inside, getting an update from True Love on her Tuesdays with True Love, her runs over the last 7 days. All right. Oh, man. A lot of thoughts going through my head right now. Lots of carbon going on in 2020. You're here.
Oh, hi, baby.
You're here.
Like
hi.
your shirt.
Hi, YouTube family, right?
Hey, YouTube.
DGR strong. All right,
That's
I got the mic out
Yeah.
so we can hear True Love better.
Test.
I'll hold it up for you.
Okay.
How you doing, little sir?
You
You doing well?
YouTube.
Doing well?
I'm a
So,
little drool king right now.
I just gave the first impression of the Adidas Adizero Pro.
Ooh.
Pretty exciting. Here, let me move
Okay,
that.
yeah, Audi.
And pretty exciting stuff. But now, Tuesdays with True Love.
Yeah.
So, last week, remember, we didn't get a big update. Life got a little crazy. So, this week, we're going to do a better update.
Okay.
And what a week it's been. So, let us know,
Okay.
how was your training the past 7 days?
Okay, so in the past 7 days, 3 of the days I ran 6 minutes on, walking 2 minutes for 4 intervals. And then when that was finished out the either 45 to hour walk.
Yep.
And I was telling him it was hard. It was hard.
Yeah.
And by the fourth interval of the 6 minutes, I was tired and I didn't want to run anymore. But today when I ran, it was a lot easier.
Yep.
So it's just, he was reminding me the idea of just consistency and building up, and that, and each time I come back, I'm sweaty. And I feel good when I've finished running. I feel good and I'm glad I did it. But when I'm running, I really have to choose with my will to keep moving my legs. And another thing that's an update this week, I've really been stretching a lot before and after. And I can feel it. Like when I wake up at night with the baby, I can feel my legs are feeling different and I stretch thin. And that was interesting.
The whole goal, well, there's a lot of goals, but one of the goals is to work toward running a 5K.
Yes.
So 3 miles, 5 kilometers, which, let's say it's going to take you between 30 and 40 minutes.
Okay.
Somewhere in that
That's
window.
Nice of you.
Somewhere in that window. So this past week, the reason I bumped up the interval to 6 from, I think it was 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good jump, is because the whole idea is we got to keep moving in the right direction for endurance and stamina and leg strength so that you can hold a running pace and form for, let's say, between 30 and 40 minutes.
That sounds amazing.
And so we're working toward it. And this upcoming week, you ready?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm excited.
So the whole we're increasing the minutes that True Love is actually running in a row without walking. That's the idea.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
So you did 4 intervals last week within the
running days.
Within the running days.
Yep.
We're gonna keep that.
Okay.
6. Yep.
Sorry, no, you're right.
Yep. And then 6 by 2.
Yep.
6 minutes on, 2 minutes off, for 3 days only.
Yep.
Okay, this is upcoming week.
Okay.
And then the 4th day,
you're
going to do 10 minutes straight. Just once.
Whoa.
Okay? So 10 minutes straight, and then the rest.
You're so clever.
Then the rest just walking. So that, again, we're trying to push the minutes out as far as possible.
Whoa. So
does that make sense?
Totally. So basically 6 minutes on, 2 minutes off for 4 intervals, 3 of the days of running.
Yep.
And the last day of running, just 10 minutes straight running, and finish off with a walk.
Wow. So it's not actually as much interval work.
Right.
But there's one 10-minute section where you just got to get going.
Yeah.
You just got to go.
You got to go.
Get her done.
And I keep asking him, is it okay that during my running time, I am moving so slow? I mean, I laugh at myself. And I wave to the neighbors.
You can hold this.
And they smile back at me lovingly. But it is a little bit of a, part of me feels like this is a joke.
No.
But it's not.
What
and
it takes.
Yeah, you guys are encouraging me and reminding me. And I know, I have a dream in my mind of zipping out in the mornings before the kids wake up during a regular school session and getting in a 30, 40-minute run and then getting back and just having that time to reflect on the day and prepare and think and run and move and sweat.
Yeah.
And this is what will get me there.
Boom. And someday we're going to be buying you marathon racing shoes.
Whoa, whoa.
Like the Adidas Adizero Pros.
Whoa, babies.
Ayo. So that's it. Oh, you're okay.
He's
a little tired.
Yeah, he's my bubba.
We love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. This is the YouTube Running Family channel where we just have a good time reviewing shoes and getting updates from True Love. Yeah. Onward and upward.
Just moving, lacing up and moving your body.
Moving the body. All right, everyone. We're going to toss it back to, you know what? We're going to toss it back to the marathon racing shoe vlogs from early 2020. We love you. Thanks for being here. Seek beauty.
Work hard.
And love each other. See you tomorrow.